So we got some NHL, NBA, and some college basketball coming up for you right here. NHL on Thursday night. There are some great games. Brett, I find myself on two of them. One of them including your New York Rangers. The Capitals are coming to town, coming to Madison Square Garden to face off against the Rangers. And I'm sorry, Brett, but I think Washington's going to win this one. I'm taking Washington money line at minus 105. Now, I know the Caps are without one of their two goalies with Samsonov put on injured reserve recently, but you know what? The Washington Capitals offense compared to the Rangers offense to start this season, they're incomparable. The Washington Capitals average a goal more than the Rangers. I mean, I'd be tempted to almost take them on the puck line, but they're technically underdogs on the puck line, and I was too lazy to look at the alternate line. So I'm just going to take them on the money line at minus 105. I think they're basically calling this a toss-up. Vanacek's played well enough for me, going 5-1 with 2 overtime losses, allowing less than 3 goals on per game, whereas the Washington Capitals offense is averaging more than 3 goals per game. So give the edge to the Caps here.
Yeah, I think that all makes sense. Well, I'm not going to be on this one, Higgins. The Rangers are giving me enough heartache without me betting on them. I don't need to bet on them.
I understand that. My other game, I'm traveling north of the border. We got the Vancouver Canucks versus the Toronto Maple Leafs on Thursday night. I said it on a few other episodes, Brett. I love these NHL divisions that they're doing, and the Canadian-specific division has been really entertaining so far. We have the Canucks, who they're 6-7 on the season, not great, but not awful. But they're facing against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have started really well. They're 7-2-1. Now, I was looking at the puck line, and I'm going to take Toronto on the puck line here at minus 1.5 with plus 121 odds. And it was a hard pick to make, Brett. It was very hard to pick to make. I didn't like Toronto at minus 200 on the money line, though. And when you look at the history of Toronto's wins this season so far, only 2 of their 7 wins are multi-goal wins. It's alarming for a puck line, isn't it? But if you look at the Vancouver Canucks history, every single loss that they've had this season is by more than 1 goal. So I trust the team that's a little hotter against a team that when they lose badly. I think that trend's going to continue for the Canucks, and if Toronto wins, it should be by more than 1 goal. So getting plus 121 odds is good enough for me there.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know where I would lean in this one. Generally speaking, I think Toronto is a little soft of a team. Like, they're not really very scrappy, Higgins. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes these teams, like, they get to lose pucks and, you know, they fight a little harder and dig a little deeper. Toronto is more of a finesse team, if that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can be really good doing that, but it just always makes me afraid to back them. Like, I just always feel like, you know, if they run into a tough team, a team that's a little tougher that night, like, oh man, they could be on the wrong side early. But I think you laid out a lot of reasonable arguments why Toronto could absolutely cover this puck line at minus 1.5. So I don't know where to go on this one, and that's probably why I'm not on it either.
Another spot that I liked in that game, but I stayed away from, is the over 6.5, and that's just because I don't like where the VIG is at in this. If I wake up in the morning and it's closer to a minus 110, I'll take that, but minus 120 for an over 6.5, that's not great value. It's just not. Even though when you look at both of these teams' offenses, they average a combined 7 goals per game. And they average letting up about 6 goals per game. So everything says the over should hit. I don't necessarily like that minus 120 though, so I'm going to wait till the morning, see if maybe those odds caught some people and they just instinctively took the under, and I can capitalize on it because of it.
Yeah, maybe.